Welcome to Karma's Payback, where betrayal ends and revenge begins.
In the glass corridors of NeuroVibe Technologies, brilliance is currency and betrayal is routine. Innovation doesn't happen by accident here. It is engineered, packaged, and polished until someone else can put a name on it. For 5 years, Isabella Reed lives inside that machine. She is not loud. She is not political. She is precise. While others jostle for headlines, Isabella builds the neural frameworks that make the company look prophetic. Her code learns like a human, guesses like a teacher. It becomes the backbone of NeuroVibe's promises. When the awards come, the stage lights find Daniel Cross. He is the face investors trust. Confident, charismatic, polished to a shine. He can turn a technical briefing into a TED Talk and sell futures with a grin. He steps into the spotlight, and the cameras drink him in. Isabella, who wrote the algorithms he parades, becomes part of the research team. No one sees her sleepless nights, the rewrites, the lines of code she kisses like a signature. No one sees Isabella. Daniel likes it that way. Then Project Echo is announced, a platform that claims to predict human emotion. The demo dazzles. Applause cascades. Daniel becomes the mind behind empathy. The headlines trace his name in bold type. But the demo is a lie. It is a simulation, a carefully posed prototype, not a polished product. Daniel knows it, and he presents it as finished. When she confronts him in a quiet hallway, he smiles like a man who always wins. "Relax, Bella," he says. "It's just marketing. We'll fix the details once the funding's in." She doesn't answer. That is the day she stops pretending her silence is loyalty. 2 weeks later, a memo arrives. Department restructure. Your role is no longer required. Signed, Daniel Cross. One line erases 5 years. She reads it twice, folds the paper, and leaves with nothing but a company laptop and the memory of what she built. People like Daniel believe silence equals weakness. Silence, in her case, is strategy. Before she leaves, she hides something in plain code, encrypted signatures, invisible markers embedded deep within the architecture. Each function, each module, each commit carries her encrypted watermark, proof of authorship that stands up to compliance audits. She does not tell a soul. She has no need to. She needs time. After termination, she vanishes. No posts, no interviews, no angry filings. While Daniel launches global campaigns and raises a new round of funding, Isabella isolates herself and constructs a mirror, not to harm, but to watch. A private network quietly records NeuroVibe's transactions, a reflection of every export, every commit, every unauthorized license. She's not a hacker. She is an archivist of truth, using the backdoor she once built and Daniel once dismissed as unnecessary. For 8 months, she collects logs, timestamps, audit trails. Each file is a thread, each thread woven back to her code signatures. When the pattern is complete, she waits for the right moment. On a morning the world is otherwise busy, the European Commission for Digital Integrity announces an investigation into AI data misuse and authorship fraud involving NeuroVibe. The timing is sharp. Hours before Daniel is due to close a $600 million acquisition. At first, he laughs. He says, "Red tape, we'll handle it." But as questions pile up, confidence drains from his smile. Who authored the original Echo framework? Who owns the emotional prediction algorithm? Why are digital signatures appearing under the name Isabella Reed? The answers point back to her. Chaos ripples. The acquisition freezes. Investors retract. Compliance officers demand archives they cannot open. Each system they pry reveals her fingerprints, encrypted watermarks, time-stamped commits, and version logs that track authorship. The evidence is legal, undeniable, inevitable. Daniel scrambles to charm his way out. He calls board members, old friends, anyone who might smooth the way. He tries to contact her directly. One evening, his assistant tells him there is a visitor in the lobby. Isabella waits with a calm he can no longer disturb. Same black coat, same composed smile. He paces towards her, trying the practiced charm that once worked. He says, "Bella, we need to talk." She replies, "We are." He starts to talk around the problem, credits, misunderstandings, but she stops him. "This is not about credit," she says. "This is about truth. And truth remembers who wrote it." He accuses her of destroying everything. She tilts her head like someone studying a puzzle. "No," she says, "you did. I just left the evidence where the world could see it." She walks out, and the media devour the story. Headlines scream, "NeuroVibe faces major fraud probe. CEO accused of authorship theft." The narrative fractures overnight. Daniel's image topples. His projected future collapses. When the board convenes, options narrow. The unanimous decision is to suspend Daniel pending investigation. But suspending him does not undo the mess. They need someone who knows the system, someone who can decrypt and stabilize the architecture. They need Isabella. For the first time since her departure, she answers. Walking back into NeuroVibe is an odd sensation, a ghost of creation. The glass corridors feel smaller. Faces are rehearsed. The board stands as she enters. "Miss Reed, we'd like your assistance." She nods and begins the work. For 3 weeks, she untangles a web Daniel spun in haste. Corrupted logs, misplaced licenses, unstable deployments. Each fix tightens the legal case around the fraud. Every report she files clarifies the origin of the code. The committee's final review is concise and damning. The ECHO framework originates from Isabella Reed. Daniel's empire collapses under the weight of proof. He resigns under pressure. His shares are frozen, his name discredited. And when the dust settles, the board offers Isabella the role she always deserved, Chief Technology Officer. She accepts, not out of triumph, but with the reserved satisfaction of someone who prefers repair over spectacle. Under her quiet stewardship, NeuroVibe stabilizes. Products release with the integrity they lacked before. The company rebuilds on truth rather than headlines. She does not seek interviews. She does not crave the spotlight. One evening, she stands at her office window and watches the skyline. Billboards still carry NeuroVibe's logo, but now her initials appear on patents, on product releases, on the small print the world rarely reads. Her assistant enters with a note. "The press wants a statement." She tells them, "The system corrected itself." Weeks later, Daniel sends a single line. "You really planned it all, didn't you?" She replies with one sentence that frames the quiet of her victory. "No, I just stopped deleting my work." She closes the laptop, breathes out, and turns to the city. The lights shimmer like code on glass, a reflection of all she built and all she reclaimed. Power, she understands now, is never about volume. It is about control. Silence, sharpened by patience, cuts deeper than noise. In a world where credit is stolen and truth buried, silence is not weakness. It is strategy. And when wielded by a hand that knows how to code it into proof, It becomes revenge written in precision.